So I own a Steam Deck OLED limited edition, which is nice, and I own a Lenovo Legion Go. And I got some thoughts about things that I miss technically when I am playing on my Steam Deck and things I miss when I'm playing on my Lenovo Legion Go. Kind of want to be pretty concise and quick to the point with this video, so I'm gonna try to do that. So the Lenovo Legion Go, the things that I miss the Steam OS. I honestly do. I miss how closed off and safe it feels. I guess I feel like they are one of the companies that really care about feedback from the community, and I really do appreciate all the tweaks and updates and everything they do to kind of make this OS, this operating system, as great as possible. I think they are very smart in how they approach design, and me even forgetting that I have a touchscreen because I can do everything with the controller. That or the gamepad. That is good UX design to me. Next would be the community support. Community support on the Steam Deck is it is not to be trifled with. I think everybody knows that if you own a Steam Deck, you're part of a community that really want to help, and they are very supportive, but not only supportive, they actually make the Steam Deck better. You can look at Cryobite when he does all of his performance and metrics and specialized settings. You can look at Proton DB to kind of show you and integrating that into your system. All of these things bring to light why a strong community is important. And I think them having a dedicated device that they can tweak and make better is the true value add. And Steam providing that, just let the, you know, community really grab a hold to it and push it to the limits. And I really miss the community of that. I mean, I'm not saying that the Legion doesn't have that community, but it's a PC handheld and there's only so much you can do. Where we seeing some really magical and special people on Linux, doing the most. That's where EmuDeck was born. So I'm just telling you that there's a lot that we benefit from as PC handheld gamers that started and was built on that Steam Deck. So keep that in mind. Decky Loader, another thing that was community led. Decky Loader is just another thing that you put on the device that kind of allows you to manipulate a lot of settings and look at a lot of the internals, and sometimes you even can change like your intro. My intro is literally one piece. Decky Loader, these little stupid things that you can do because people are innovative. They are just innovative. These are things that obviously I could probably find some stuff that I can do to PC as well. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying Decky Loader as a function works for in a way that is user friendly and allows you to tap into a lot of different plugins that make your Steam Deck experience even better. Some of those things, like I said, community led, are very powerful and impactful to having a great experience on your Steam Deck. Next thing, battery at low TDPs. I don't think nobody cared about this until the Steam Deck came on the scene, and Steam has just shown as a true winner and has put a fire under Microsoft's just to kind of start to look at that. Why is it lacking performance? Why is it so power hungry on mobile for your operating system? It is a big concern, and I miss it when I am playing on my Lenovo Legion Go. I really like the ability to tweak and leave it, and then kind of just have that game be that game and run at a lower TDP and not have to tinker with it anymore. It's literally just set it and forget it. That is important and that is special. So when people, talk about the battery consumption between the two, I'm like, yeah, it's on par because they just threw a bigger battery in it. But let's talk about standby mode. Let's talk about things that truly impact the user's experience when you're obviously when you're shutting it down completely, it's fine. But when you're just sitting on a screen, that Windows is still Windowsing, but it doesn't do the same on the Steam Deck because they optimized it low TDP. They wanted to make sure power consumption was under control. And that's a true value that they not only bring into the Steam Deck, but they're bringing that and making other people look at it too, which is great. But I do miss it. A true standby mode, you can do hibernate on the Lenovo Legion Go, so don't get me wrong. These both support some type of function where you can hibernate your game and come back to it. Um, Lenovo, you just gotta do a little extra work. They first put it in sleep. That sleep is broken. You need to go into hibernate. That is where you will get the best experience. It just works like normal. You turn it off, you turn it back on. Nothing to have to worry about there. And that's probably why a lot of people kind of associate this with only having that ability when the actual Lenovo does have that. Any PC handheld has it. You can do hibernate, but you have to do a little tweaking to get to that point, right? Next up, I really miss the OLED screen. I'm not saying that the Lenovo isn't great. I'm just saying that I love OLEDs. And even at 800p, um, this is still a great screen. This is still a good screen for a lot of what you do on mobile. I just feel like the Lenovo Legion Go fits me a little bit better because I use it, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit, but I use it for multimedia. But this is a capable screen, a nice screen, and it's very vibrant and gets very dark, and it just makes everything pop more. I do miss the OLED screen. Obviously, you're not going to get that on a normal Steam Deck, but if you do have the ability to have a Steam Deck OLED and you're looking at it, that's something I do miss when I'm playing on my Lenovo Legion Go. Next up is the speakers. We all know this. Lenovo's suck. There's nothing else to talk about there. The speakers are better on the Steam Deck, and I miss them when there is times where I'm like, I get to lower this volume to get a better experience and still be able to hear everything, and that's just not the case on a Lenovo. It's either cranked to 75 or 100, maybe most of the time sitting at 60. That is what it is. I don't have to do that with the Steam Deck, but it is what it is on the Lenovo Legion Go. Less tinkering. Um, it's just an it's built to be considered a console. That is what they wanted to do with it. They have their own operating system. It was built to be its own console, to have a wrapped platform that truly was capable of taking someone from beginning to end without much hassle. That is what it was built for. That's why it works. And of course, they're going to have more than that. So that is just less tinkering overall. You don't have to, it is built to be a closed operating system. That is the true value of the Steam Deck. So yeah, that's pretty much it for what I miss on the Steam Deck. There is a lot of value in what I talked about, but we're going to switch gears and we're going to go to what I miss when using my Steam Deck. I miss the kickstand. I literally bought one of these and I just don't use it. It's just not worth it to me. This is the Kill the Switch by D brand. I don't use the kickstand. I think it's just extra bulk for no reason. This truly is a game changer for me. Like this kickstand, this ability to be multifunctional, to be able to be propped up, sit down, and I can still be able to see it. It feels like a tablet at points where I'm just like having such a good time with multimedia, not just gaming, but it does help with gaming as well. I enjoy because it's a larger screen that there is some support system constantly there to help you. That is something that's truly valuable, and I miss it when I'm playing my Steam Deck. I just miss being able to do that. Um that's just one of those key things that is more so they added to their system. It's not It may not be a big deal for everybody, but for my use cases, it is huge for me. So I really miss the kickstand when it's not there. Power and performance, honestly, the performance on the Lenovo Legion Go is not even comparable to the Steam Deck. I think there's some games that are comparable, but when it comes to everything I want to play and how I want to play them and how I want them to look, most of the time, I think it's just a leap above of what the Steam Deck can do in regards to ability to push out frames, ability to push out higher fidelity and everything. I just think that that is what that Lenovo Legion Go is cornering the market on. It's just straight raw power, ability to kind of push forward in that. Um, would it be better if Windows wasn't the operating system? Absolutely. I think a lot of people have already kind of seen that, but I value Windows, so I don't want to get rid of it. So that is another thing, and that's what I'm going to jump into next. Another thing that I miss when I'm on my Steam Deck, which is crazy to say, but I do miss it, is Windows 11. I don't know how many times I'm playing a game, I stop it, and I just pop up Chrome, and I'm just in YouTube, and I'm having the greatest experience of my life. I've been watching a lot of Shogun lately. Shogun is amazing if you haven't watched it, by the way. Um, but I've been watching that on there. And I'm still getting a great experience. Even with the speakers I don't like, I'm still having a great experience because the screen is so big. The kickstand is right there. Kids can watch Coco Melon, whatever they want to watch, Miss Rachel most of the time. And I can still be able to, just entertain myself in my own little bubble while I'm watching them, of course. But yeah, that is a big, huge thing for me. Multimedia, being able to use it for just more than just gaming, which is crazy to me because I bought it simply for strictly for gaming. And then when I started to use it, I start that the functionality of it was so close to everything else that I use around my house, like my phone and stuff like that, where I was like, I can just use this for certain things that I want to watch or do, and it's a value add to my use cases. It's a value add to me. So kickstand makes it that way. Tablet size screen, touch screen, being better on Windows 11, and just having that fully functional controllers and everything still attached. It just feels like a great time. The Steam Deck, obviously, they have that ability. You just got to bounce between back and forth if you want to do that. And I prefer to stay in the gaming mode. I feel like this is a true gaming thing, and this is something that's like can kind of bend or more so fit two modes at the same time. That's what I feel like it does, which is crazy to say because Windows is very, very, very heavy when it comes to just being able to be useful on the go. So I still want it though. The screen. I miss the screen. It's like I miss certain things on this screen when I'm playing on the Steam Deck, and I miss certain things on the Steam Deck when I'm playing with the Lenovo. The same thing. I think the screen size, the brightness, the 1600p resolution, the 144 hertz. I miss all of that when I'm using my Steam Deck. So both screens have their big pros and cons to me. And I value both individually and in different ways. I like how the Steam Deck, like I said, I really value the low TDP stuff. I really value the standby mode, being able to conserve battery while it's just sitting on a screen. I think that's truly valuable. But the Lenovo Legion Go, just having that big bombastic screen that is really just bringing you into all of your stuff, is valuable too. It's just can't be understated. I truly find value in just the screen size alone. 1600p, great. 144 hertz, great. But something about this screen size is helping me, capture all of everything that I want in a game and like not feel like I need to go get something bigger to play this game, even if it's a high fidelity, true, like one of those, a graphics game. That's when you playing it, you looking at more of the graphics than you is the gameplay sometimes. I don't need that. I don't need to get that experience better because this is the better experience for me. So yeah, that. What I also miss is the detaching controller. Sometimes I just don't want to hold it and I want to set it down. and just having detachable controllers on a actual system to be able to just put it down in a tablet mode and then pop the controllers off and sit down like this, that is a true value to me. I think the big screen and the detachable controllers are a match made in heaven, and I really, really enjoy that too. So another one of those things where you probably didn't think you'll use it a lot. I don't use FPS mode a lot, but I do use some function of what they decided to innovate with, and that is the detachable controllers. I sometimes just sit down and play games like that because it's just a little bit more relaxing, and I don't have to necessarily hold the device the entire time, and it still looks great. So another one of those additional things. Also like quick downloads. This is probably one of those things where your mileage may vary, but for me, I cannot get my old Steam Deck, my new Steam Deck. These things can't crack 100 megabytes per second. I get easily on the Lenovo Legion Go 600 to 700. I have a fiber. I use fiber networks, and my my Wi-Fi routers and all that stuff are great. They're Orbeez. They really work good. Anyways, I can never get over 100 megabytes per second when downloading on this thing. I've tried so many tweaks and everything. It just doesn't work. And maybe you guys know something that I don't. Leave it in the comment section below. But it just doesn't work for me. Lenovo Legion Go straight out the box, didn't touch nothing. I'm talking 600, 700 megabytes per second. And yeah, I can try to keep going and get to, up to my limit, but I'm fine with that. That is fine speeds, in my opinion. I'm okay. So that's just simply the difference in between me being able to download something extremely like in less than 15 minutes to having to take almost 2 to 3 hours on the Steam Deck. It's weird. It's probably just me, but for some reason these Wi-Fi chips or adapters or whatever you call them do not work well when I'm using it on the Steam Deck. They work really, really well on my Lenovo, obviously my PC, everything like that. It's fine, but just for some reason, Steam Deck just doesn't work. So it does impact performance of remote play and all that stuff too sometimes. It's never to the degree where it's not usable, but it does have an impact. I've seen on the Lenovo Legion Go where I've had a much better streaming um much better streaming, and it was more reliable and less choppy at times and stuff like that, even when I'm moving around the house. Like sometimes if I use doing that with the Steam Deck, it's gonna like drop a frame or it's gonna start to get a little bit blocky, but never happened on my Lenovo. So could just be me, but maybe you guys had that same problem. Let me know in the comment section below. Let me know any fixes that you've tried, because that is really what I'm looking for anyway, so I can share the wealth. But yeah, then there's the things that benefit both OS systems. And this is a very long video, so I'm sorry, but the things that benefit both OS systems is Steam controller input support. If PC handhelds would not be where they are right now if they didn't have Steam to back them for Steam controller inputs, like community inputs, all that good jazz, emulation, all that stuff. It's very, very useful, and we know how Windows handles PC gamepad support is not great. So Steam having that and truly continuing to build that out over time has helped not only the Steam OS but PC handhelds as well, because you can use it. Obviously, it's another one of those big things, big picture mode. Big picture mode, once the Steam Deck came out, got a huge upgrade on this PC version versus the Steam OS version. So basically it became Steam OS essentially. Um and that is a true value. Like again, they could not have created that and tested it and built it if we didn't have this device. So true values in there. Layout, I mean, there's a reason why they copied it. It works. The layout, the buttons, where everything is placed, the touchpad being on one of the controller sticks. Like they had to have something to work with to start to innovate on. Steam Deck had to build it first. And it's not like they built like this is the prototype after 10 million prototypes more than likely. So it's not done. They're not done innovating on it, but that is what they landed on, and that is now the benchmark for what a PC technically handheld should be. Can't really get that without somebody starting. So that is, I'm not saying that they're the first one. Please don't say that in my comments. I'm saying that they're more so the ones that kind of set the tone for the rest of the people to follow. And then there is also just low TDP power consumption rates. Everybody now is being more battery conservative, and they're looking at conserving batteries and making games run better at low TDPs. And that only happens when you have a dedicated, strong voiced community, and that's the Steam Deck's community. We are getting we're getting additional value out of our products simply because of what they are so adamant about and why it's important. It's super important. Like, that is an important topic, and I think we are only going to get better from here on out. It's never going to get worse. Windows is going to try to figure out a way to compete with the Steam Deck. They don't want them to be out here making a Steam operating system on their own. That's probably why they won't put in Game Pass stuff. It's simply enough that they're trying to figure out ways to become better at that. You heard about the Xbox handheld. There's plenty of things that, when we talked about it a lot on our podcast, but there's plenty of things that you could see right now, the writings on the wall, that this is important and they're taking actual interest in it, and it's something that we all want to see improve. So another one of those things. And then remote play, yeah, that's just going to be a true third party support type thing that's going to keep getting better, because right now, I don't know, the people that actually make it aren't really doing much to kind of make it better. Cloud gaming, and stuff like that. I really hope down the line we are at a space where anybody can jump into a cloud gaming and ease, and it's not even like a big deal, and it's really, really simple. So I'm looking forward to that. And you only can benefit from having these devices out in the wild, because people want to target better frames and better graphics, but still have low consumption. And one of those ways to do it is the value of streaming. So that's pretty much it. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the content, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I know this was a very long video, but I kind of wanted to give my thoughts about all the true thing that I value on both ends of the spectrum, because I'm not going to get rid of one over the other. I'm keeping both, but there is some distinct things that I miss when I'm using one and I miss when I'm using the other. So kind of wanted to put that out there for you guys to discuss, talk about, add to, and if it finds you value, of course, don't forget to drop a like and a comment. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. As always, if you enjoy it, I think I repeated that already. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, y'all. Peace.